everyone, Merry Christmas. Today is December 22nd and I am doing a little bit of prep cooking today. I have a few things that I'm going to be making to take to my parents for Christmas Day, and I may do a little prepping of some stuff for our dinner. I'm not sure yet, but I do have some things prepped, getting ready to be prepped, and I wanted to show you some easy things that you can take for appetizers. At my parents' house every Christmas Day we just do appetizers. We kind of sit and just munch all day long. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that I'm going to take for myself, so that maybe it'll give you an idea of some simple things that you can do as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so that you can see, well, yeah, so you can see a few things, and we'll get going on this. All right. So the first thing I wanted to show you is that I've started making my cheese crisps. I have all different flavors. I have Munster, I have Havarti, I have cayenne, I have oregano, I have just salt, I have cheddar, which are over there. Another thing that I'm prepping, I squeezed 4 lemons of lemon juice, and then I made one into wedges to go with my drinks. And the reason for the lemon juice is that I'm going to be making hollandaise sauce and also some cheese sauce to take with me, because I'm going to make some mini meatballs and I wanted something to dip them in. This is another fun dip that I make, and hold on just a second. I swear I always think I have everything and I really don't. Okay, so this is going to be an easy dip that you can make. It's really quite simple, actually. So what I'm going to do is it's literally 3 ingredients. It's your favorite sour cream, taco seasoning, and cheddar cheese. Literally, that's it. This is another recipe that my mom has made for years and years. And as you can tell, it's a pretty keto recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 cup of sour cream, and I'm just going to put it in here. And you can make this as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to make a little bit because this is going to be mostly just for me. So I'm going to take a cup of sour cream and put it in here. This is my homemade taco seasoning. I made this up. I made a large portion of it so I could use it for chili or tacos or anything else. And what I'm going to do to this 1 cup of sour cream is I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my taco seasoning. Okay? And I'm just going to stir it together. Now, like I said, you can do a whole container of this. I'm just doing a little bit because a little bit actually goes a really long way with this, because it is kind of rich. So all you're going to do is you're just going to mix it up really well. You can use, with this, you can use the cheese crisps, celery sticks, sweet peppers like green, red, or yellow peppers. You could do cucumber sticks. You could also do pork rinds. So this is a really versatile recipe that you can use for a lot of different things. Now, so once you get it all mixed together, you see it doesn't take very long at all. All I'm going to do is kind of smooth it out, and that's it. That is the entire thing. The only other thing that you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese on here to cover it up a little bit. And that's it. That is the whole recipe. So there you go. Simple. I'm going to go ahead and just put the lid on this, and I can leave this in the refrigerator. It's the 22nd. We'll leave this in the refrigerator for 3 days. The flavors will meld a little bit more. Looks like I did a really good job of stirring that. And then that's it. You know, all I have to do is take the lid off, and we can use it with whatever we want. So that's one thing that I'm making today. The other thing that I'm making today is I'm gonna try something and see how well it works. So I'm gonna show you the start of it. I may show you the end of it another time, but what I'm doing is I'm taking this beef, and it says Milanese on it, and this was $5.94 a pound. I probably could have gotten this cheaper, but I kind of last minute thought about this. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this meat, and the reason I like this meat is because it's so thin sliced. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the meat and I'm gonna put it, hold on, in here. And as you can see, it is really nice and thin. And for what I'm about to do with it, that's why I wanted it. It's because it's thin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. And we're gonna take, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this meat, and like you can see, I've just put it in this container right here. And, excuse me. And I'm gonna take, I've just got a clear measuring cup. I'm going to take some liquid aminos. I use the Bragg's liquid aminos, but you can use coconut aminos if you'd like. I use the liquid because I'm allergic to the coconut. So I'm just going to take half a cup of the liquid aminos, and I'm going to take a quarter cup of oil. And to this, I'm going to put a teaspoon of ginger, and half a teaspoon, or a quarter teaspoon, excuse me, of cayenne. And that's it. This is a kind of I don't know, it's kind of a teriyaki sort of flavor to it. And I usually, the meat that I'm using today is usually the meat that I use for making beef jerky. And this is the basic recipe that I use for my beef jerky. I don't do a lot to it, of course, and that's just it. So I'm gonna stir it up, and then I'm gonna pour it in here. And I'm going to let this marinate for about 2 or 3 days. And the reason being that what I'm gonna do in the end, once it's all nice and marinated, I'm going to cut it into thin strips, and I got some fresh green beans. So I'm gonna take the thin, really thin strips and wrap them around the green beans. I thought, you know, everybody does it with asparagus, so I thought, why not green beans? We can try it and see. So I'm gonna do that. And I will be taking that appetizer with me to my parents' house. So I think that will be fun, but I wanted to get this pre-made so that I could do that. And I was also going to make some dill dip today, which I will do in a little bit. And yeah, so that's my prepping for today. I'll probably end up cutting some, I'll probably end up cutting up some celery to put in bags to take with me to Mom's, and also to go with the dip that I made. Some other things that I'm thinking about cooking is I got some thin cut bacon, and I'm going to wrap that. My husband got some fresh broccoli florets, so I'm going to wrap it around the broccoli florets, stick it with a toothpick, and we will bake that at my parents' house as well. So I think that'll be a fun, easy thing to do, and I'll probably prep that on the 24th, as well as prepping the green beans wrapped with the teriyaki beef. So yeah, that's kind of my prep for today. Like I said, I've done the lemons, I've done the taco dip, I've done the cheese crisps. I got a 10-pound bag of chicken thigh quarters that I've already split today, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook those up, some for lunch, some for dinner tonight, probably the legs for lunch and the thighs for dinner or something. Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, we are going to do a whole chicken baked for me. And I also have a pork roast that I'm going to put in the crock pot. And I'm going to do that for them because I can't have pork. And we're also going to make loaded broccoli and salad and maybe some mashed potatoes for my carbies. May have a few other things in mind, but for now, I just wanted to touch base with you guys and say, go ahead and start some prepping. That makes it easier for you Christmas Day, and it makes it easier for you to stay on track. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you like these recipes.